Everybody, a quick little video of the three Jeeps that I got. We'll start off with I guess the first one that I've ever had. My first car was the 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. Now, yes, I understand it doesn't have the grille and the bumper. That's because I hit a deer at 60 miles an hour like two years ago. Unfortunately, it destroyed that one-of-a-kind grille. The bumper, I mean, they're getting kind of hard to find now. There was one in the junkyard recently. It's probably still there that has the painted bumper. I just don't feel like spending $75, $80 for the bumper right now when I have this one. So this one's good enough. But this is a 98 Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. This was my first ever car. I got this thing when it was 12, 13 years old. Had 112 or 115,000 miles on it. It has about 220 now. Still drive it all the time. It's the only Jeep I have that actually gets good gas mileage, per se, I guess. Instead of like 10 miles a gallon, it gets like about 17 on a good day on the interstate or something. So as long as I'm not going like 80 miles an hour. But it still runs great. Transmission is whining though. First through third gear has like a whine to it. When it shifts into overdrive, it goes away. So I know it's the transmission, probably the planetary gears or whatever. But let me show you the interior real quick. I've tried to keep this thing clean. I do have replacement seat for the driver's seat because this thing, when I first did my landscaping business, I used this vehicle and my sweaty back tore up the seat. It's pretty much gone. But I do have a replacement actually from another 5.9 Limited that I got in the junkyard. Back is kind of messy. Pine shavings, tire that needs to be replaced because it has a bubble in it. Headliner needs to be redone. I just have, even though I take care of the car, I've kind of been neglecting it as far as repairs go when it comes to stuff like this. So, but yeah, it runs really good. I love this Jeep. It's really smooth, really comfortable. It's quiet to drive. Very powerful engine. The 5.9 liter V8 is, you know, maybe not 450 horsepower like the, you know, modern SRT Grand Cherokees or Hemis or whatever today, but 350 foot-pounds of torque is nothing to laugh at. So this thing still has a lot of pep to it. So I love this Jeep. So the second car that I bought 7 years ago, and the funny thing about the 98 Grand Cherokee is all I wanted was just a Jeep. You know, growing up, I always wanted a Wrangler, and I got into a Wrangler. Being a big guy, it just was uncomfortable. My mom had a 98 Grand Cherokee, which is the fourth Jeep that we have. That one's over 400,000 miles still driven, and yeah, so we looked at Grand Cherokees, and this was during Cash for Clunkers. Paid $6,500 for this thing. It probably would have been cheaper back then if it wasn't for that Obama Cash for Clunkers thing that destroyed a lot of Jeeps. So moving on, this is my second Jeep. It is a 1990 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. This thing is my pride and joy. This Jeep is the reason why I haven't really taken care of the interior yet on this thing for the headliner and stuff, because I focused all of my love and energy on this thing when I got it. Just like the J10 over here, it had a lot of repairs that needed to be done, especially on the frame. It had a lot of frame damage where the shock mounts are. In a previous video I mentioned a lot of frame damage in the rear. The frame was heavily rotten where the gas tank is. It was really, really bad. But it's all fresh steel, all clean, all welded good. And I pulled the J10 with this truck. So I love this Jeep. You know, it looks great on camera. You know, it's super shiny. It's been repainted at one point. The hood was repainted a few years ago because at a Jeep rally I went to, someone had an unsecured flag and it damaged my hood and the grille, and so I had to have all that fixed and replaced. That was like $1,000 in damage that lady did. Thankfully she paid for it. So it has a 2-inch lift in the front, and it has a 3-inch lift in the rear, using 31-inch Mastercraft MXT mud terrains. I've had those MXTs on for about 20,000 miles now. And they still got a ton of meat left on them. They're probably about halfway worn out now. But yeah, 20,000 miles, that's pretty damn good for a mud terrain. I say I probably got like another 10 left on them. So that kind of sucks considering these things are so expensive. I think I need to rotate them too. But anyway, yeah, this is my 90 Grand Wagoneer. This is my baby. It's a little messy right now, receipts and stuff like that, but the interior is immaculate in this Jeep. Despite the rust this thing had a really, really nice interior. I redid the headliner and I repaired the console on this thing. All the circuit boards, all the buttons have been replaced. I'm good with computers. I've been building them since I was a little kid, so over 20 years. So this stuff is easy to me. Added a 5.9 ZJ head bar, or sorry, speaker bar in the back. And this is the reason why I wanted a pickup truck. Now, mind you, that is a mess. That's all hay, you know, tarps for hay. It's just, it tears up my vehicle and I'm getting really tired of it. Because this thing is in really, really good shape. The only thing wrong with it is the rear carpet is kind of tore up. Partially because when I got the J10, I got a transmission and a transfer case as well, a TH400 and a Quadra-Track with the low range, and that weighs like 300-400 pounds or something like that, and it actually ripped the carpet. But that doesn't matter because it was all dry rotten anyway. That's one of the things that these Grand Wagoneers tend to have, is a rotten carpet in the back. So if you ignore the back, you can see the bench seat is immaculate. It's in really, really good condition. It hardly was ever sat in, you know, minus the hay and all the other crap that's in here. I know it's dirty, trust me. It's the reason why I got a pickup truck, because I am tired of destroying my vehicles with junk, you know. So anyway, this Jeep has, I think, 160,000 miles on it now. Engine still purring along. I checked the compression the other day, like 2-3 days ago. The compression on this engine is 140s. Some of them were 135. When I first got the vehicle with 118,000 or 112,000, I can't remember. This had 118 or this had 118. One of them had 112, 118. When I first got it 7 years ago, compression was like 150 in all the cylinders, but it's dropped a bit. You know, it has another 50,000 miles on it, and to be honest, 160,000 miles for an AMC 360 is a lot. But it's not tired. It's doing good. It does have a bad lifter somewhere, probably near cylinder number 8. But that kind of goes away when you drive for the first 20 feet. Not a big deal, whatever. Just gonna drive it, you know what I mean? And my third truck, the one you guys have been seeing on all my videos that I've been spamming. This is my 1976 Jeep J10. It is an 8-foot bed, as most of you know. If you want to look at all the history that I've done to the thing, just go back on all my videos. But basically rebuilt the cabin floors, repaired the bench seat springs that were all bad. Still need to fix this sagging door. The door pins on one of the hinges are bad. Using the Wagoneer's floor mats for now because I don't have carpet yet. But I do plan to order carpet here soon. But as you can see, the interior on this thing is really, really, really nice. This is the reason why I bought this truck, because I love this blue interior. The rusts, I mean, most people would have looked at the vehicle and just turned ahead, but I'm one of the people that can see something and see what it's going to be like. You know what I mean? So it just takes a lot of work, a lot of ethic, a lot of patience, determination, and I have all of that. So I cannot wait until I get some carpet in here and to make this interior whole. So other repairs I did, as you guys know, rebuilt the entire bed. It's all brand new bed floor, brand new cross members, Herculiner, new leaf springs in the rear, coilover shocks in the front, which gave me 2 inches of lift from the sagging springs. These are factory leaf springs, by the way, in the rear, so it's not lifted or anything like that. Put the tailgate on it just temporarily. I still need to clean all the paint off of it and repaint the tailgate blue with the white Jeep lettering. Need to get the rear bumper on. I replaced the broken lens today. All of these side markers are on. Yeah, so this is my 76 J10, my 90 Grand Wagoneer, and my 98 5.9 Limited Grand Cherokee. Those are my 3 Jeeps. All V8s, all 360s, all crappy grass mileage. These 2 take 93 octane. This one uses 93 for now. I don't know if I can go down to 87. Because it hasn't been driven in 20 years, I decided to put 93 in there, and I'll probably roll with 93 for a while. Put 87 in there to see if I can get away with it. If it pings, put 93 back in. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I think I have a really interesting Jeep lineup. I love SUVs. I love the full-size Jeeps. Loving my pickup truck. I'm not really a Wrangler guy. I don't like the smaller Cherokee XJs. A lot of people love those Jeeps. I know they were really popular, one of the most popular Jeep that Jeep ever produced. But I don't like them. I think they're ugly. The interiors are small. For what they are, the interiors are outdated looking, even for the ones in the late 90s, 2000s. I don't like it. The Grand Cherokee, in my opinion, was way more modern looking, especially the second iteration of the Grand Cherokee in the 96 to 98 years. Much more comfortable, much more cargo room, better engine, the V8 in my opinion. The 6-cylinder is just kind of a pig. It's a gutless pig. It has no power. You know, obviously I have another Jeep like that. It has an inline 6, has a lot of reliability, but it has no power. People argue that they got a lot of low-end torque and blah, blah, blah. Well, the low-end torque is the same on the V8s as far as the RPM range as it is with the 6-cylinders. There's just like 120 foot-pounds more torque in my V8 than the 6-cylinder. It's night and day. So that thing, you can barely pass people on the interstate. I hate it. So anyway, thanks for watching my video of my gas-guzzling classic. I guess in one more year, the Grand Cherokee will be an antique as well. That's all I got is antique classic cars. So you guys have a great day. Such a lovely day today. Thanks for watching.